When you first enter into Entropia, the vastness of this game could be considered daunting to most. With the lack of information and assistance after you leave the starting area, the world might seem a little too big. After your introduction gun eventually dies and you haven't the ped to get one from the trade terminal, you take a short browser trip to the online web store on the Entropia Universe website. Here, you see your potential salvation, armor and weapon starter packs. The slight blue colour to the armor and the plain, clean look of the clothing are appealing to some. The gun and ammo and healing tools spring out to you as the salvation you seek, staring you practically in the face. So you purchase it, not quite knowing what this means for your future in this game. You hope it's a positive one. Entropia Universe is a game that's over 20 years old and has felt stagnant for some time. It has begun to finally see some changes this year, however. When I made the video State of Space, I honestly didn't expect I would be doing another video like this for some time. But here we are, a few months later and a new exciting topic to talk about. For those of you who don't know, in the last few weeks, Mindark released new, updated starter packs on the webshop. It wasn't a surprise to anyone that this was happening. Mindark had been teasing about the release of these starter packs for many months prior. A lot of people were waiting with bated breath on whether these packs would actually be a positive change to the game. As all Entropians do, we waited for the announcement that the packs were live. When they finally released, the response was immediate. In order to understand why the new starter packs have become the talk of the game, let's talk about how the starter packs used to look like over the last couple of years. I'm going to first talk about how the webshop looked in 2018 to 2019, as this was when I made my first purchase. Entropia was a much different game back in 2019, but one thing that hadn't really changed were the starter kits. I'm not sure on the exact date, but the webshop had been around long before I even started playing. In terms of availability, the webshop had a few options. Buying pure ped, buying ammo with a few pills, strongbox keys, revive packs, and taming packs. I remember when I first started, there was a huge push for buying Arcadia Moon Deeds with the Sophie pet, but one of the big celebrities of the webshop were the starter packs. The starter packs varied from bronze to platinum, and each pack had a selection of items within them. At this point, the packs had already gone through a number of changes. The introduction of the platinum pack happened in 2016, along with a small revamp to the items within the packs themselves. This was mostly taken well by the community and extensively covered by some of the older gamers.
Hello and welcome to another Entropia Universe video.
Wow, even in 2016, Akire still hadn't figured out to put clothes on. Speaking of Akire, hey Akire, you couldn't inform everyone on what the old packs were like, could you?
Absolutely. Let me just slip into something more comfortable.
Sure, I don't see why... Wait, does that mean you're...
Hello everyone, Blade of Akire here. As Miss Watson said, the packs got a small revamp in 2016 with Taming, Mining and Mineforce all being added into the packs. A big point of discussion during this revamp was the introduction of the Platinum pack, which included mainly items available only in this pack. These were, starting with the limited items, the Teleport Chip Starter Edition, the Electric Attack Nano Chip Starter Edition, the Dominax Garter Light, and the Animal Brush Light. There was also some unlimited items in here, the ZXR Dodd, which was a new attachment for the Z12 Barbarella. There was also a Neo Scion 10 implant, which was also available from the trade terminal, and the following were also available from the trade terminal. The Pain Inc. implant inserter, the Omegaton Detectonator MD1 Limited, the Genesis Star Excavator Limited, And finally, there was a cosmetic upgrade to the Harrier armor set. The Platinum pack also included more strong boxes and pure PED than the Bronze, Silver and Gold packs. By 2018, however, the taming items, Mindforce items and pure PED had been removed from the packs. By 2019, the strong boxes within the packs had also been removed. Within this time frame, the price of the Platinum pack went from $60 to $75. And now, in 2025, the starter packs have once again been revamped. Mindoc made a statement that they were specifically looking at giving the new player a more positive starting experience with the new packs, and that there would be more packs to come. The interesting part about the future packs is that they're going to be tailored to different areas of the game. As of July 2025, we have confirmation that the new packs will be released in the not too distant future and will be tailored around Mindforce, taming and mining. I think it's a nice idea that the packs are for specific areas of the game. It allows the player freedom to choose what path they wish to explore without being locked into ranged or melee. And if the current starter packs are anything to go by, they might be giving the new players a rather impressive kickstart to their avatar. To understand just how different this new starter pack is from the old one, I'm going to leave Miss Watson to that part. Doing these mobs has left me itching to hunt something a little bigger, and although these starter packs are impressive, they won't stand a chance against a Longtooth or an Eamon.
I dunno. With enough people using the starter kits, anything is possible, Akire.
I mean, yeah, if you have a few hundred Fugababa, I'm sure they could take down an Araniatrox, I guess. Anyway, that's me. Watch me take out this Eamon Stalker right now.
I did initially plan to talk about all of the old packs here, but I thought it would be more beneficial to show you what the same or similar amount of money spent on the packs meant for each one. So, I'm going to start off with talking about what the old Silver Starter Pack had in store for us. The Silver Starter Pack had the Harrier Assault Armor. The armor itself had a few protections, 1 protection on burn and 2 protection on cut, impact, penetration and stab. It wasn't considered a strong armor in terms of defense by anyone's standard, but the Harrier armor held one more exciting buff within the suit, an 8% run speed bonus. Starting out in Entropia, the world is large and running in normal speed was daunting and slightly boring, especially since you saw everyone else being faster than you. The pack also came with a laser rifle called the Z12 Barbarella. It has a TT value of 1 PED. It used to be 5.9 PED in TT value, but that changed as the packs started to progress. It has a DPS of 7.1. It had an exceptional durability as well. Even with its small 1 PED TT value, it lasted just over 5,000 shots before you needed to repair it. The damage interval of the Z12 is 4.5 to 9 damage, shooting 48 times per minute. It also has a range of 60.5 meters. I personally had a lot of fun with this weapon for a long time. The Z12 was also accompanied by the ZX Eagle Eye Scope. The scope had a 30 PEC TT value and is an attachment to any weapon, not just the Z12. It had a skill mod with 2% and an attachment bonus of 0.2. Basically, you get more skills. It also has a magnification of 2.5 to 6. Its durability is exceptional like the Z12, so it lasts a really long time before breaking and needing to be repaired. The Silver Pack also contained a healing tool called the I0 Pulse Unit. It has a TT value of 4 PED with a good durability. It would heal a player for 13.5 to 18 heal points per heal. It has 24 uses per minute. And also it has 260 uses total before it needed to be repaired. For the new player with under 100 HP, this was a really nice healing tool. However, arguably, the free Vivo S10 you could get from the Gauntlet was better than this starter kit, effectively making it obsolete the moment you did the Gauntlet. Other items you got within the starter pack was a singular HDNA. This would allow you to revive if you were to die, and 8 neurotic boosters. This basically gave you a few hours of skill increase bonus. Finally, you got 132.62 ped of ammo to shoot with. The weird number was to make up the difference in the TT price of the pack. Since 10 Project Entropia dollars is equivalent to $1, the pack needed to be worth at least 200 Project Entropia dollars. So there are 2 new packs currently on the Mindark website, but I'm going to be focusing on the Frontier Adjusted set. The Silver Starter Pack I just spoke about was $15. The Frontier Adjusted Pack is $20. Within this pack, you get 2 types of weapons. The first weapon is a ranged laser weapon, the Frontier Hunting Rifle Adjusted. This weapon has a trade terminal value of 2 ped and 8 damage per second. It has an exceptional durability and it lasts roughly 10,000 shots. Compare that to the Z12 Barbarella from the Silver Pack, the durability is roughly the same. Although the Z12 only has 1 ped of value, it lasted 5,000 shots before breaking. However, the Frontier rifle does have more damage per second. The Frontier weapon has a damage interval of 5 to 10, which is slightly higher than the 4.5 to 9 on the Z12. The firing rate of both weapons is the same. The range on the Frontier is 70 meters, a full 9.5 meters more than the Z12, allowing you to shoot some low-level mobs and kill them without them getting close to damage you in the first place. The price per shot to use the Frontier Adjusted is also lower, only 180 ammo compared to the 215 on the Z12. It makes for a much cheaper gun to use. In my personal opinion, the guns are like night and day of one another. The Frontier Adjusted is the better weapon by far. The only downside is that the new pack did not come with any weapon attachments. Although the new pack did not come with any attachments, it made up for in another weapon. This weapon is a melee weapon, the Frontier Combat Knife Adjusted. Like the gun, the knife has a value of 2 ped. The damage per second is 7.2 and it has a damage interval of 2.8 to 5.5. It has an exceptional durability, meaning it lasts for over 11,000 swings. Although it lacks a little punch compared to the laser rifle, it makes up for in uses per minute. A high 78 total swings a minute will leave any low-level mob chopped up in no time. The pack also comes with a healing tool, the Frontier First Aid Pack Adjusted. The First Aid Pack has a value of 10 ped, a large increase from the 4 ped of the I0 Pulse unit. It has 24 uses per minute, the same as the I0 Pulse. The durability is the same for both as well. The Frontier Pack heals a player for 21.4 to 28.6 per click, a large increase from the 13.5 to 18 heal points the I0 did. It has a total of just over 500 uses before breaking. With these numbers, if the I0 Pulse had the same value, the old I0 unit would have more uses before it breaks compared to the Frontier. However, the new Frontier tool does heal you for almost 10 more heal points, meaning you don't spend as much time healing if you needed to. The new starter kit also comes with the clean and crisp Frontier Adjusted armor set. Personally, I love the white and blue. It makes for a much nicer looking armor as a whole than the Harrier. In terms of stats, the armor has 5 protection in burn and impact, as well as 4 protection in cut, penetration and stab. This is a huge difference to the old Harrier armor that only had 1 to 2 protections. The durability of this armor is clocking in at a whopping 20,000 points, making it better than even some limited armors, and a huge difference to the Harrier's measly 600 durability number. The Frontier Adjusted armor also comes with a run speed buff of 16%, double that of the Harrier. Overall, this armor is a game changer for new players starting out in this game. Apart from these main items I've spoken about, the old starter kit came with a vehicle, as did the new one. The new starter pack vehicle comes with increased storage and weight limit, as well as having a repair tool and welding wire kit to help repair your vehicle if it was ever damaged. It's a really nice quality of life upgrade to include the repair tool and wire, as these could be considered costly to a new player who's accidentally blown up their vehicle when starting out. The new set also came with some Frontier stimulant pills that increase your skill gain, run speed, regeneration, and even gave auto loot for over 2 days, and you got 2 of them. And remember, it's 2 days of in-game time. I've been playing on and off for a week and still have one of mine running. The new starter pack also came with a full set of clothes. No more running around in a yellow flight suit. The last 15 minutes, I've been talking about how amazing this starter pack is, but it's not without a few concerns. One point that was raised was the insane cost of tiering up this weapon. The number of materials you need is staggering. We're talking tens of thousands of PED of TT value alone, not including the markup of those items. The second is that these weapons are amazing. Perhaps too amazing. There are weapons in this game that were looted during the 20th anniversary event and brought from the Mayhem vendor. These are supposed to be some of the best low-level items you can get in the market. Then, this weapon comes along, which rivals some of the rare exceptional low-level weapons and costs the equivalent of 200 PED to buy. However, being a devil's advocate, we could compare the Twin weapons to the Fen weapons. The Twin weapons are just better, although in that example, instead of a 5-year gap between these two sets of weapons, there's only a 1-year gap between the Twin weapons and the new starter packs, and a thousands of PEDs price difference. A third negative opinion that rose from the community was that not having the clothing or any other items in the pack colourable was seen to be a slight waste of an opportunity. The clothing, although clean and fresh, is plain and boring. It could have easily had so many people changing the colours to something that they would have worn constantly in this game. Not only would have this been a huge entertainment value for the player, they would have spent PED on the materials to colour it in the first place, overall increasing the market of paints, for example. And this is not to mention the flat PED that Mindark would have got from people using the items to make this happen in the first place. Even trying out a colourable gun would have been a huge amount of fun for the players. The new starter packs are a sight to behold. Overall, I am thrilled to see Mindark finally updating these store packs that were so incredibly outdated. The packs are designed to ensure that $20 goes far enough to get a player hooked into this game and perhaps spending a little more in the future. Even veteran players were buying these packs when they first came out. With this first wave of new starter packs, I hope that the future packs deliver as well. It would be a disappointment if the other packs did not have the same value that these ones did. I also want to give a huge shout out to Blade of Akire for helping me with this video. It's been a fantastic journey working with him to get this video the way it is, and I hope to have him pop in again sometime. Perhaps wearing some more clothes though. I have left a few links in the description to follow Akire on Twitch and YouTube. Thank you everyone for watching, and if you do wish to continue the discussion, then please pop over to my Twitch channel where I'm live a few days each week, or comment on this video. I'm curious to see what people's thoughts are on the new packs, and the packs coming out in the future. Till the next time, Entropians. See ya!